went to the fair this year, but we stayed away from the mainstream crowd. We mostly went for the food. I was craving the funnel cake, and my husband ate everything in sight. We ended up eating the funnel cake, cotton candy, shaved ice, and shaved potato fries, and corn dogs. Healthy, I know. Sometimes you have to live a little. Anyway, we watched the exotic bird show while we ate, and then we caught a movie afterwards. The mosquitoes were everywhere at the fair. It was kind of gross.
I took my family to the fair this year, but we all got sick after eating the deep fried butter. The kids rode the ponies around in a circle, but we couldn't even attempt to ride anything. We did go through the haunted house and watch the exotic bird show, but after that we had to leave. We were all fine in the morning, but food poisoning is no joke.
My wife and my kid both have disappeared. My father is sick, so I spent the weekend out of town taking care of him. To entertain the kids, I suggested she take them to the fair and let them get all their energy out. When I came home, the house was ransacked. At the time, the police thought it was foul play, but now they have lumped them with the rest of the people that are infected and missing. I talked to my wife on her way home from the fair. Our boys were passed out in the back seat. She said they had fun. She said that they did rides before they ate. The kids were too young for the haunted house, so they volunteered to do the dunk tank to satisfy them. I remember she said that they saw a stunt show while they had corn dogs and lemonade in the stands. She told me that they rode on ponies and they walked around in circles and they went through the petting zoo. They're missing the pig race, so she said they spent a lot of time with the animals. She texted me photos the whole time so that way I wouldn't miss. Alex loves animals.
My parents actually went to the fair, but we didn't get to go. My parents had a date night and dropped us off at her grandparents' house. Mom had a pie in one of the contests, so they went to the ceremony. When they got home, told us that they had corn dogs and turkey legs to celebrate her win and watch the stunt show and the bird show. They didn't ride any of the rides though. My mom is paranoid about the safety of those things. Dad did say she screamed her way through the haunted house, which is kind of funny. My sister is really into animals, so they went to the petting zoo and snapped a few photos to show her. Oh, and Dad won us a goldfish at one of those games. They served them right that they were covered in mosquito bites. I thought it was unfair that they got to go have fun and we had to spend the night watching loud TV with older people. When they didn't pick us up in the morning, we were worried and eventually called the police, but they had less answers than we did. It seems like a lot of people just vanished.
I took both of my kids to the fair that weekend and both of them have disappeared. I told the police countless times. We went to the fair. We came home, went to bed, and in the morning, they were gone. They left behind a lot of drool and a really bad stench, which is why the police think that we may have been infected. At the fair, we did everything. I watched them on the rides, played with the other animals in the petting zoo, ride the ponies in a circle. We saw all the shows on the agenda, and they convinced me to let them go to the haunted house. We had corn dogs and cotton candy on the way out, as we were slapping away mosquitoes. I just don't understand what happened to them.